So the ladies were at the top of the bill. The Bellator main card was Julia Budd versus Cris Cyborg, and it was Cyborg's return to the cage, but it was in a different cage. It was in Bellator's cage. I have to say one thing before I get your opinion on it. I didn't know that there was a woman out there that looked more intimidating physically than Cyborg until I saw Julia Budd. I mean, that lady is yoked.
She is stacked. Yeah. That was basically my assessment, just from a visual perspective going in. I said, Cyborg's been in there with excellent fighters. She's been in there with excellent strikers. She's been in there with Holly Holm. She's been in there with grapplers that were better than her.
Super experienced.
I don't think Cyborg has ever been in the cage with a fighter that is bigger and stronger than she is. Right. Don't quote me on that, but I've never seen any footage of Cyborg being in the cage with a woman that I said,
with the eye test,
she's bigger and stronger looking than Cyborg until she fought Julia Budd. Yeah. And in the beginning of the fight, I thought Julia Budd was doing a really good job of winning some positional battles and kind of using her strength. And I said, wow, Cyborg's really in there with somebody who's contending with her strength. That didn't last very long. Cyborg took over the fight. Yeah. You saw the finish. Even Julia Budd just looked like she was just ready to sit down defeated, on any shot that was thrown next, because I think it was a body shot that didn't look that devastating with the specific shot that she went down on, but she was done. She was defeated. She was ready to get out of there.
Ready to check out.
Her husband, who was in her corner, was even like smacking her face, trying to get her to get in the game, say this is your big moment. But I don't think this is a situation where she didn't show up. I just think she just ran into a superior fighter in Cris Cyborg, which kind of I think we sort of all expected. I mean, Julia Budd's a great fighter, but she is in her late 30s. She's not fought anybody remotely close to Cyborg's level, and I think that she was just outclassed
a little bit. And I think what Amanda Nunes did by beating Cyborg is made some women realize that she's not this just monster that, clobbers everybody in the first round. And it is the myth of Cyborg was kind of taken away a little bit by Amanda Nunes beating her, because some people look at Amanda Nunes and go, well, she's not that intimidating looking, and she beat Cyborg, so I could probably at least hold my own. And they don't kind of quit or like get defeated before the fight even starts.
What they forget to calculate into calibrate into their calculation is that Amanda Nunes is the best female fighter this world has ever seen, bar none. Yeah. So, the thing about it is Cyborg is right back to the same position that she was in the UFC until they brought Amanda up, which is, okay, we brought Cyborg over. Her first fight was a title fight. She won the title fight how we all expected her to win it. Yep. What's next? She's
the only female to have belts in 4 major divisions or 4 major
organizations. This is the problem. There's only 2 women that can compete on that level, and it's Amanda Nunes and Cris Cyborg.
And now they're
separated in different promotions. Now, Bellator's got their work cut out to try to bring somebody up and convince the public that person is going to beat Cyborg, unless that person is Amanda Nunes, and she's not coming over to Bellator anytime soon. So,
what do you think about? I'm drawing a blank on her name, but the female that just won for the second year in a row, the PFL. God, she's like a judoka.
Oh, yeah. Well,
she's a big girl.
If we know, I can't remember her name either. Forgive me, but if anybody is willing to do a cross promotion, it's Scott Coker. He does them frequently. So I think he's going to have to get creative with Cyborg. And knowing that he's not averse to cross promotion, it wouldn't surprise me if you did some sort of big showdown between the PFL champion and whoever you are out there. Forgive me for not remembering your name. I've seen your work and it's fantastic. But
Kayla something or
yes. Is it Harrison? Kayla Harrison?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that. Yeah.
So something like that. That's the type of fight that you have to make for Cyborg next, because otherwise the numbers just aren't there. They're just not good. Cyborg, one thing we know about Cyborg is Cyborg likes to be paid.
Yeah.
Cyborg likes to be treated like the fighter that she is, and she makes that very well known. Mm-hmm. So,
but there's just no females at 145 at this particular time in history. We just really don't.
There are. It's just Amanda Nunes, and she's
not even a 145er.
Yeah.
You know, there's literally between the four major promotions, there's 10 girls that are legitimate top 10 people, and they're all spread out amongst different organizations. So it's really hard to have a deep, interesting bracket of women.
100%. It'll be interesting to see what Coker does next with her, but like we were saying, he is not averse to the cross promotion. So I think maybe
I don't want to see her go to one FC and fight, Godzilla, even though it'd probably do
Gabby
decent
Garcia.
numbers. No. I'm literally talking about Godzilla because they do some crazy stuff over there. But I want to see her fight against girls her size, and I want to see her, what she wants to do is compete, and it's not her fault. It's not the promoter's fault. It's the lack of depth in her division's fault that she's not able to have this, historical career that she wants to have.